And this is another big story that we're closely following. A 30-year NYPD veteran under investigation for racist remarks. The high-ranking officer placed on modified duty after a bombshell report revealed a string of homophobic and sexist rants online. That report being released today by City Councilman, Congressman-elect Ritchie Torres, who joins us this morning. Talk about a way to lead the City Council with a bombshell report. Congressman-elect, thanks for being here this morning.
It's an honor to be with you.
So,
long time no see.
Seriously, Mr. Torres, let's get into it. You officially haven't released the report. We've seen a draft. I've read it very carefully. There are some serious claims here. How long has your investigation into the NYPD and this specific unit been underway now?
The investigation dates as far back as September, and the NYPD has had the investigative findings since October 14th. There's a high-ranking official in the NYPD who has a record of trafficking and bigotry so blatant that it would shock the conscience of most decent New Yorkers. This person publishes on a public messaging board known as Law Enforcement Rant, and under the pseudonym Clouseau, and the Oversight and Investigations Unit, which I lead, uncovered the true identity of Clouseau, Deputy Inspector James Kobel, who's the Equal Employment Opportunity Officer at the NYPD. So the cruel irony here is that the person who's in charge of fighting hate at the NYPD is actively trafficking the hate in every form.
Yeah, responsible for combating workplace harassment. I have to ask you, though, when you look at this at face value, right, and you look at this online chat that was completely anonymous, how did you put it together that Clouseau was the deputy inspector?
Clouseau was revealing private information that only Clouseau would know about himself. And so we did our homework and we came to discover that Clouseau was in fact James Kobel. And we came to conclude that the commonalities between them were too coincidental to be a coincidence. Mm-hmm. But both joined the NYPD on the same exact date. Both served in the Housing Bureau. Both are the youngest of 7 children. Have fathers who died after serving in the NYPD for 25 years and then retiring as a sergeant. Both have mothers who died on the same date. Both proposed to their wives on the same date. These are highly specific commonalities, and these commonalities
And I'm not going to get into the specific comments, but there were really disparaging comments made about former President Barack Obama, really disparaging comments made about Bronx District Attorney Darcel Clark, amongst others. And I want to get to the response by the NYPD. They have since placed him on modified duty while this investigation plays out. The Captains Union is going on to defend him right now, saying that this could have been suggesting he was framed by somebody else. Is that even plausible?
There's no evidence that that's true. The evidence is overwhelming that Clouseau is James Kobel, and our report was so persuasive that it led the NYPD to put him on modified duty. Now, I would argue that his behavior is so outrageous and so offensive that it should call for nothing less than termination. Mm-hmm. Right? There is no place for bigotry in the New York City Police Department, especially in the Office of Equal Employment Opportunity.
What else did you uncover about the NYPD? Are you happy with their response right now?
I'm dissatisfied with the response. He should be terminated. The evidence is sufficient to establish that he posted, comments that were racist and anti-Semitic and homophobic and Islamophobic. The fact that the most hateful person was put in charge of fighting hate at the New York City Police Department represents a real failure of due diligence. The Equal Employment Opportunity Officer should be beyond reproach, should be subject to the most rigorous background checks. And this demonstrates real failure on the part of the police department.
The NYPD just completed listening tours where they heard from different communities talking about this idea of community trust, right? They're also talking about police reform implementations that they would like to have had in place back in April. They are still trying to meet deadlines regarding that. Where do you see the NYPD? Who holds them accountable, right? Is it your unit within the city council?
I think the council has a role in overseeing the NYPD and holding the NYPD accountable, but ultimately there has to be a culture shift from within the department. Mm-hmm. You need the right people holding the right positions within the department. And this, I think this speaks poorly about the policing culture at the police department.
And no word yet on if he will be terminated. You haven't gotten that answer yet.
There's been no commitment to terminate him, only a modified assignment.
Councilman Ritchie Torres, Congressman-elect Ritchie Torres, you have many titles right now. Thank you for joining us this morning. That report being released fully to the public 12:30 today, right?
Yes.
Well, thank you for coming on here this morning to talk about it ahead of that. Do appreciate your time as always, and congratulations on becoming Congressman-elect once again.
Thank you. Take care.
All right.